Good day to Madam. My name is Vanita Sri and my metric number is A1880932. The article we chose for our assignment is Challenges Faced by Profit Loss Sharing in Islamic Banking System. I would like to present the introduction part. Based on the article that we studied, the problem statement that derived is challenges faced by Islamic banking system in profit loss sharing. First of all, there are two modes in profit loss sharing, which is Musharaka and Mudaraba. Musharaka shortly defines as the active joint venture, while Mudaraba is defined as a child venture. These two modes leads to various challenges in the Islamic banking system, especially to profit loss sharing. Therefore, this article evaluated this application of these modes and the ways to overcome it. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Zaid Al Khair bin Muhammad Yazid, number metric A18A0962. For the continuous of finding is a high risk. The demand for contracts for musyarakah and mudarabah is primarily requested by customers who lack capital to expand and are still at the early stage of their business. Due to the uncertain potential of industry, small-medium businesses are exposed to a high risk of failure. Besides, the cost of monitoring companies is lower than monitoring individuals. Monitoring is an important factor in reducing risk despite the cost. Another one of finding is capital security. Islamic banking typically does not want to sell customer mudarabah or musyarakah contract without any capital guarantee. In the event of fraud and mismanagement by the partner, security is very important in protecting money. Capital guarantees also show the commitment and loyalty of both parties to the behavior of the company.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Nurul Hardia binti Abdullah. My metric number is A17A0574. First selection is to ensure that joint venture can make a profit. The second one is to ensure that the chosen business partner have the right experience to develop and have great business potential. The last one is to ensure that protection of depositor fund from being lost. The second one is demand. Due to the uncertain potential of business, small and medium businesses are exposed to a high risk of failure. If the demand for funding for musyarakah and mudarabah is made by large businesses with a strong business track record, more of this financial with uncertain of offered. The third one is the cost of monitoring business is lower than monitoring individually.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Azim binti Muhammad Yusuf and my matrix number is A18A0079. For implications, first, higher risk investments. It depends on maximum profit target. Equity risk is the risk of loss because of drop the market price of share. Is it the risk of losing money because of change in the interest rate? Second is difficulty in selecting partner. The impact of selecting appropriate partner is a negative reputation impact. When partnership go wrong because the match to reputations or track record of individual partner by associations. Other than that, conflict of interest also impact of selecting appropriate partner. This is because a decision or action that is right of the interest of the partnership but may be at the odds with the individual's organization's interests.
Hello guys, my name is Yunus Lim and my matrix number will be A18A0957. After all the explanation from Azim binti Muhammad Yusuf about high-risk investment and difficulty in selecting appropriate partners, mine will be about demand and capital security. When we talk about demand, the implication will be about small and medium companies often have a high risk of failure because of their unidentified business potential. This leads to demand of mushakara and mudaraba financing that will impact the business and society itself. The way this will impact the society is when operational output being cut, demand rate also will be lower, and the most important is that it will lead to termination of employees, which is part of the society itself. So next will be about capital security. The absence of capital guarantee is absolutely in line with the spirit of Islam as promoted by various Islam scholars. The way this has impacted the society is that entrepreneurs as parts of the society will having a problem to apply the mudaraba or mushakara contract due to if there's no guarantee in their capital security.
Good day, I am Ravina Jyoti, Metricat number A18A0085. Looking forward to the next part, the current issues of profit-loss sharing. As sum, we can conclude the broader the Islamic banking industry rises, the larger the number of issues that arise. One of the issues is the changing appetite of Sharia-compliant concerned investors. This can be in line with customers' perspective on profit-loss sharing. In detail, the issue is often can be clearly observed when the investor's inherent need for Sharia compliance is effectuated with the risk-return features of the Islamic banking instrument of profit-loss sharing. Hence, it is becoming more necessary on determining between debt-based and equity-based. Besides that, the deficiency usage of Islamic money markets are becoming another issues in profit-loss sharing. It is because the increasing liquidity of profit-loss sharing. In relation, it is due to the prohibition against the employment of conventional derivatives limits of the Islamic bank's ability to protect from the certain risk.
Hi madam, I'm Subhasri Balasundram, metric number A18A0891. I'm continuing presenting the current issue that related to the article. The difficulty that relating to the bank's perspective about the business decision. The banks find the best way to register with a decent profit to ensure its future survival. The banks are less interested in risky asset for taking a business decision. High risk for Islamic in Musraha and Murraba difficult for the banks to implement, especially when banks associate with the operating cost, monitoring cost, production cost, and current economic condition. The profit and loss contract that based on the trust on the parties that involved in the business decision. The bankers have to take a few steps to reduce the risk during taking a business decision and make a good decision for the business. Next is ongoing dilemma. Ongoing dilemma is the profit and loss that sharing makes the Islamic banking unique and different from the conventional banking. The real intention of a banking Islamic is compromised unintentionally. Most of the product may be conventional loans packaged as a Sharia compliant loan. Last is there are few efforts that should be done to eliminate the employment of the category of financing for the profit and loss sharing concept. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Nur Kamilia binti Muhammad Zulkifli, metric number A18A0477. For a demand, most customers request musyarakah and mudarabah contracts to reduce capital to grow their business. Various offers can be offered to large companies if they have a strong business record. To ensure the success of musyarakah financing, Islamic bank should become a genius entrepreneur. After that, for a capital security, guarantors in the form of collateral such as a high value and valuable assets. Handful of friends who are not able to provide capital guarantors or pledge their valuable assets. From the entrepreneur's point of view, financing without capital guarantors can still be implemented with efficient and effective risk management. No capital guarantee is required in accordance with the spirit of Islam as promoted by various Islamic scholars.
Hi, my name is Nur Zaida binti Hasbullah, metric number A18A0645. I will continue my part, which is discussion of the finding and problem statement. Several challenges are emphasized based on the interview and in-depth review of the transcript, and the findings problem statement have been discussed very clearly and detailed in this study. In summary, based on the finding of the interview, there are 4 challenges that could lead to obstacle in the implementation of the concept of financing musyarakah and mudarabah in general. Musyarakah and mudarabah financing should be classified as high-risk investment due to their high probability of failure. These financing concepts are difficult to implement as a result of various factors such as the lack of skill and experience of the entrepreneur in doing business. All risks should be thoroughly analyzed in any financing of musyarakah and mudarabah to minimize losses. There are a number of measures to be taken to reduce the risk that will ultimately lead to increased operating costs. Next, the selection process is a major challenge for Islamic Bank to provide financing based on musyarakah and mudarabah. The Islamic Bank needs to find the right partner to ensure that a shared business generate profit, because Islamic financial institutions are not charitable organizations that grant free capital. Rather, they need to be profitable so that they can remain competitive. Islamic Bank must ensure that the chosen business partner have the right experience and huge business potential to grow. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sharifah Nurul Raguan binti Syed Mustafa and my metric number is A18A0829. My part for this assignment is recommendation. AFI as well as relevant authorities should increase the public awareness of mudarabah and musyarakah contracts and their importance, especially in terms of economic development of the Ummah. This is because mudarabah and musyarakah contracts are able to provide and promote opportunity to collaborate between the entrepreneur and Islamic Bank toward upgrading the country's economy, mainly the Muslim economy, while ensuring Muslims are not engaged in activity which are against the Sharia. AFI should also establish subsidiary that will play roles similar to those of a venture capitalist. This subsidiary that will focus on looking for potential projects and providing them with financing based on mudarabah and musyarakah contracts. IFI could also be encouraged to offer mudarabah and musyarakah based on product by providing special tax treatment such as tax waiver and tax neutralization. That's all from me. Thank you.
For conclusion, the invention of Islamic banking instruments are not based solely on the desire and benefit, but also achievement of social economy objective. In additional banking, much of the final capital flow only to major industry multinational in large enterprise. This due to the fact that the only criteria for the allocation of credit for the more equal improved flow of fund can be ensured through a profit sharing scheme of mudarabah and musyarakah.